Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another doing book stuff. This one is gonna be a little different than what I usually do because usually we kind of just like spend the whole day like here at my house, or we'll go like book shopping and it'll just be like a day of me doing book stuff together. But in this vlog we're going to be doing my reading journal. We're gonna go to the bookstore and get probably my most anticipated release of the whole year, and then we're going to be spending the next few days reading that book together. So it's kind of like a reading vlog, but we're also going to be doing other book stuff together, so I'm just so excited, especially to go get the book. I'll just tell you guys what it is. So it's Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez, and I'm just literally so excited. So first things first, we are going to do my reading journal. Today is April 2nd, so I need to first like finish up the March stuff, like put all of my like reviews and stuff of all the books that I read in March, and then we need to do my whole April spread. So that's what we're going to start out with, and then we'll be able to go to Books A Million and get the book and start reading it. Okay, so I am here at Books A Million, and like I said, I'm getting Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez. This is my most anticipated release for 2025 because I read Just for the Summer in 2024, and it was my favorite book of the entire year. Like, of the entire 2024, that was my favorite book that I read, and it was a 6-star read for me. Like, I think about it constantly, and I just fell in love with Abby Jimenez writing, and I've already heard such amazing things, and the book literally came out yesterday, and people are just like talking so highly about this book, so I just can't wait to get it. I'm really upset though because I've only seen people with hardcovers, and I don't like reading romance books that are hardcovers, but it'll have to do because I need this book desperately. I need to know what the hype is about. I need to read this book. So I'm here at Books A Million and I'm gonna get it real quick. I'm gonna literally go in there. I'm not buying anything, like I promise you guys, like actually this time I'm not buying anything else. I'm strictly here for this one book and then I'm out. I can't, I'm like so serious. Like I know I say that like every single time I come here, but I have never been more serious about it. I'm not getting anything else. Why am I not confident? Why am I like not confident in myself that I like won't buy extra things? But I can't, that's the thing. I can't, and I don't need to. So we'll see. We'll see, but I'm not going to. But we'll see. You guys, I got it! And I'm literally so excited. Like, I've never been more excited for a book to release before. Like, I am so excited to read this. Like, I can't even tell you guys. And I don't even know what it's about. Like, I genuinely have no idea what it's about, but I do know that it's like extremely emotional. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm literally so excited. So for the next few days, as long as it takes me to read this, we're gonna be reading it together. And I didn't finish my reading journal because I kind of just wanted, I've been too excited to get this all day, and I kind of just wanted to move on. I was like not really in the mood to do it, so I didn't finish it. So we'll be finishing that together like at some point during this vlog, and then I'll like give you guys like the full like tour and everything of it. Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm literally so excited, so excited, so excited. So I'm currently about 58% through. Say You'll Remember Me, and I've been tabbing so many things. Like, I don't know if you can see that, but I've dog-eared so many things. I've been underlining so many quotes. It's been so long, like it's been since last summer since I read an Abby Jimenez book, and I just forgot how she writes. She has this like fun, sweet romance, but at the same time, both characters are going through something so emotional. She always puts trigger warnings at the beginnings of her books, but in this one, our male main character, he's dealing with past abuse from his parents, like mentally and physically, and then our female main character, her mom has dementia, and it's like really bad and graphic with explanations of dementia and everything that she's going through. I'm only halfway through the book and I just know something sad is going to happen. I'm fully prepared. I really love the fact that we're getting romance and an emotional depth to both of the characters, because I feel like, I don't know, it's just like I feel more connected to them because they're so vulnerable and they're more interesting. I feel like even though what they're going through is so like heartbreaking, it also just adds such a level of depth to them that makes the story even more interesting. I really wish that I didn't have a hardcover version though. I really wish that I had paperback, because it is taking me so long to get through this book, and it's just because I hate holding it. Like, I hate holding this book and like having to hold it up and like literally sit like this to read it. I wish I had paperback, or I wish I had it on the Kindle. But also I feel like I was so much more invested in Just for the Summer, because I feel like in this one the characters are long distance, and so for where I am now, they've only seen each other a few times throughout the book, and so the romance isn't like heavy. Like, they're both feeling it, but I feel like we're more in Samantha's POV with like everything she's doing with her mom. Like, I don't know, I feel like that's like the biggest plot line of this book so far. But then in Just for the Summer, we had like the interesting plot of them both trying to do this like fake dating thing so that they can like break the curse that they both have, whatever. So I'm gonna continue reading. Those are just the thoughts that I have right now, but again, I'm underlining like everything. I love her writing so much. And also, I didn't realize that this was the first book in a new series. I thought that this was like a fourth book in the other series that she has, the one with Just for the Summer in it. I didn't realize that this was the first book in a new series that she started, so that's exciting. So this is like the start of what we'll see more of, and we already know the characters for the next 2 books, so that's exciting. Okay, so I have finished Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez. I need to give you guys my thoughts. So when I read Just for the Summer, I was like, okay, this is like unlike anything I've ever read. This is so fun, but also so emotional. I don't know, it was like a crazy experience. I was like, this is the best book ever, and it still remains like top of my list for favorite books. And so I had a lot of expectations going into this one, so I don't know if that kind of set me up for a little bit of a failure, a little bit. I had my hopes a little too high for this one, so I don't know if that was really fair for this book. But in this one, I feel like, I think I mentioned this before, I feel like we're following more of the bad things that are happening in Samantha's life rather than the romance, because I don't know, we're like focusing really hard on the romance at the same time, but because it's long distance, we're following a lot of Samantha's POV while her mom has dementia and everything that her and her family are going through. And I just feel like there was a lot thrown in, a lot of like details with that. But then of course like the sad things happened that like completely caught me off guard, and it was just so emotional, and the romance is also emotional, and of course you're dealing with all of their family issues. So I really enjoyed it. I thought that it was very sweet and emotional, and literally the perfect mix of like a happy and emotional kind of read. So I really enjoyed it. But there was one thing that really bothered me, and it was the fact that there were so many pop culture references, like, or I don't even know if you'd consider it like pop culture, but like, I don't know, there were just like a lot of slang words used, or just like words that we would see all over TikTok were used in this. And I kind of get it because if this is taking place now, you kind of want to appeal to the now audience that's reading it, but it was just like, it felt like it was way too much. And I don't know, like once I started noticing it, I was noticing all of them, and then it was just really hard for me to get past them. So that was like a huge like turn off for me. And then also being that they were in a long distance relationship and we were focused more on their family issues, I didn't really feel the same connection in here with the two characters as I did with Just for the Summer, and the way that I do with like most other romances. So I ended up giving this 4 stars, which is not a bad rating at all. Obviously I still loved it. There were just like small things that didn't really hit for me, and especially because in my head I'm still comparing it to Just for the Summer. But I would highly recommend it. I was tabbing so much, literally tabbing so much, underlined so much. Some of the quotes in here are just so beautiful. So now that we finished the book, I'm gonna do a little walkthrough of my reading journal for April. So first, I know you guys saw me fill out a few of these. This is my 2025 TBR, and I've read like barely any, but I did read 3 of them last month. And then I filled in all the way to 19 because I've read 19 books this year. And then I filled out some of the book bingo. I can't exactly remember which ones I did, but you guys saw them there. And then I didn't fill out any of these. Oh yeah, I need to like put this in here because I made all of these series things at the very beginning of this year, and I realized that if I want to read any more series, I don't have room. So I kind of just made this. I'm gonna figure out a way to, I don't know, I might even just staple it here so then it can just like flap up. So I put the entire Hunger Games series, so I need to cross off the Hunger Games. And yeah, so I'm just gonna put that there. I completely forgot to do that. And then I went back to my March spread and I filled out little descriptions for each book that I read plus their rating. So I kind of just write a little caption, and I have like my full thoughts in my wrap-up video, so I don't write like a huge like summary. I kind of just write like a little snippet of my thoughts. So we have 12 through 15 and then 16 through 19. And then I wanted to switch up the way that I set up my spreads, my monthly spreads from now on. I was printing out my whole TBR like at the beginning of each month, and I wasn't reading all of them, so it just felt like kind of a waste of colored ink. Like I'd rather use it just for these kinds of pages. So I decided to just write my TBR, and then I'll just highlight them once I finish them. And then at the end of the month, I'll put pictures here of the books I actually read, and then we'll go more in depth here. So I just feel like that's better, so I'm not wasting a bunch of ink on books that I don't even read. And I just really love this spread the most. Like I am really happy with how this is gonna look from now on. So yeah, I just really love the little April, and then I put some flowers and stuff. And that's all for my reading journal. So now that I've done my reading journal and I read Say You'll Remember Me, this doing book stuff video for April is now over. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and please let me know your thoughts about Say You'll Remember Me. And I appreciate you guys so much, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!